Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Work in Progress Wednesday and we are going to be working on, of course, one of our hugs and trying to finish off the turkey dinner for the Facebook group. So that is what we are working on today. How is everyone? I see that we have some lurkers in the channel. Today's hug is going to be, let's see, hug number 90, which is Rapunzel and her prince. So we will be coloring that. It says, every heart sings a song, incomplete until another heart whispers back, by Plato. So that is the hug we will be coloring today. Give it a few minutes and let everybody come in, and then we'll get started. I think we'll start on the hug first and then switch over to the turkey dinner. Hi, Aspie. Welcome. Hi, Yvonne. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Lori. It's been an interesting day. I think my dog is acting weird. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we're going to color this one. I want to say early on here, hopefully everyone. Hi, Wicca. Now, Wicca, Bella, is Bella your name, or do you go by something else, or would you prefer Wicca? How would you prefer me to say your name? So on Monday, I did a very impromptu stream to help a friend of mine out. And I wanted to let you all know that the community is awesome. And within an hour and a half, just over an hour and a half, we were able to put together enough money to Wicca or Wicca, either one. Okay, great. We were able to put together enough money to keep my friend in her home for another month. And she was able to go to her landlord the next day and say, okay, look, I have the money. I just need some time so it transfers. And he gave her a couple more days and was very generous in waiving the late fee. So thank you all so much. So much. It helped a lot, and I just can't get over how wonderful this community is that we have here in the coloring community and how supportive everybody is to each other. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you. And I'm not going to go any further because I'll tear up and then I'll end up crying all over. End up with tears all over my book. And this book can't take it. Hi, Deb. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see you here. And if you weren't listening or, were probably, typing as I was saying that, thank you so much for your contribution to that. That was wonderful. Yeah, it just, this whole community is just so wonderful. All right, so let's get started on this one here. I'm going to switch on over to the close-up. Here we go. I'm going to take off the clip off of this side so it doesn't bug my hand. All right, she has a lot of hair. There's a lot of hair there. So let's start with a light color. Hi, Donna. Welcome to the group. I appreciate you joining us, and welcome to the coloring YouTube family. So I'm going in with a light tan color. This is from my skin tone set by Ann Shan. It's a great color for um, light hair. Yes, you guys were awesome. And I couldn't think of any other way to help beyond what I had already put together myself, and it wasn't enough. But you guys topped it off and made sure that she was able to stay in her home at least long enough that she can find another one that she can afford a little bit better on her own. So thank you very much. Yeah, we definitely are blessed to be a part of it. All right. So this is hug number 90. Can you imagine? We've colored 90 hugs. I was watching the hugs go by on the intermission before the stream started, and I'll be sad to see them finished. But we do have another wonderful book by that is the artist is Chris, and we'll be starting that one in January. Which, of course, the wonderful, wonderful Ashley Colors sent it to me, and it's just such a cool book. My alien hug? Yeah, I love that hug. It was so cute. Well, you be careful driving and listening. Thank you very much for joining us, and of course, make it home safely. Yeah, 90. This is hug number 90. We have 11 hugs left to do because I'm an overachiever and colored something that wasn't even classified as one of the hugs. But it was a cute hug, so it had to be colored. The title page isn't classified as one of the hugs, and I colored it, but that's okay because it is an adorable hug and it needed to be colored. Yeah, yeah, it is a definitely a thin paper, so you got to be careful. So the and one that we will be starting with in January, of course, is Art Matters, and we'll be doing little colorings out of there and reading pages. So because it does have a lot of reading bits in it, so we'll be reading the page and coloring. Now I may not do that every day. I'm going to have to count how many pages are in there because I do want to stretch it through the year. Unlike this one, which was 100 days of hugs, I'm going to do that a year of Art Matters. Exactly. I score 101%. That's right. I always did. In school, I always tried to make sure that I got over 100% on everything. So I'm always an overachiever when it comes to stuff. I'm a perfectionist. Sometimes I just let it go and let it have its flaw. But all right. This is a lot of hair, guys. Hi, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. All right. I think I'm going to need to sharpen this pencil. Yeah, me too. I've done that too. It's like, but you said I get special extra credit if I do this, and I did it all the way through the book, all the way through the report. I got answers in there even you didn't know. That was always my favorite. It's when the teacher would go, "You get extra marks because you had answers in there that I didn't even think of." I was coloring my hug last night and it was so late. I had so much to do yesterday and just not enough time to do it in. And then today I'm an overachiever all in itself as well because today is my oldest son's birthday. So after we're done with the hug, with the stream today, I've got to icing a cake and set up for a 27-year-old's birthday. So, yeah, a little bit of an overachiever. I still have no idea what to give him for his birthday beyond a good meal and a cake. He's 27 and he works and buys all his own stuff, so I never know what he needs. It was so much easier when they were young and said, Mom, I need, Mom, I need. It's like, okay, well, your birthday's coming up, so now he doesn't tell me what he needs. He just goes out and gets it. Yeah, I took a little nap with my puppy dog. She's been acting strangely today, and she has me a little bit concerned. And she's tried to hide under the oldest's bed today for no particular reason, and she doesn't normally do that. And she has been very lethargic all day. I don't know if it's the cold is making her joints hurt and ache and whatnot, and she just doesn't care to get up, but she's eating and she's drinking and she's going to the bathroom, so I figure she's just getting up there and wants to have a lazy day. That's what I'm hoping anyway. And she is old, so I'm just doing the light color on all of the hair. Thank you, Deb, and happy birthday him. Happy birthday to him in January 28. Hey, hey, hey. They grow. Why can't they just stay little tiny bears? Like mine was so cute when he was little. I think I might have embarrassed him on his Facebook. I wished him a happy birthday, called him Little Bear. That's what we used to call him when he was little. Little Bear. Now we just call him Bear. Well, I do anyway. Nobody else does. I think he'd probably be quite indignant if somebody else called him Bear. She is a wolf Malamute, and she's turning 13, so she's getting up there. She has hip dysplasia and a couple of other things, and she's just getting old. She's been a good dog. We've had her since she was 5 weeks old, so. Thank you, Yvonne. I appreciate that. Sorry, looking up and into chat every couple of minutes and making sure I don't miss anything while I'm coloring all this hair. Now, normally on Wednesdays after my stream is Rhea Colors, and I don't know if she's streaming today, so if she is lurking in chat at any point, she can let me know if she is coloring today. And if not, then we might go a little bit longer than our normal time to try to get as much done on the turkey dinner as we can, because we're going to be coloring hair for a while. Alright, so now we're going to go in with a bit darker, and we're going to go in with this one here. So I'm doing the hug with the U-Buy pencils, as well as the An Shen darker skin tone colors that I have in with them. Yeah, she's my little fur baby. Well, I won't say little because she's not little anymore. I'm just going to put in some shadowy areas. And for everyone that won a prize on the Wednesday with Color Pocket, your prizes are in the mail and they should get to you soon. Yeah, I think he might just have to stay there. I think he's just gonna have to stay there. He got in there, and now he has to stay. And I thought I had a lot of hair. Mine only goes to my butt. It doesn't go down to anybody else's. And another thing that I noticed on the channel today is we're almost at 1800 subscribers, which is awesome, or 1900, something like that, 1800. which is awesome. So thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. And I'm just following the lines, doing darker areas in those shadows. Hi there, Davissa. Welcome, welcome. All right. Did it hit 1800 already? Last time I looked, it was at 1790 or something like that. Almost there. You're never late. You're here. That's all that matters. Awesome. Thank you very much for letting me know. So, coming up in the new year, I'm going to put out a video for a challenge for the year. Of hitting that 5,000 mark for next year. It is a lot of hair. Could you imagine having this much hair, Davissa? I get irritable when it gets down past my butt and I end up sitting on it. But it's long enough for him to climb up, so, I guess it has to be long. How else was he supposed to get into the tower? Yeah. Hey there, Raven. How are you? And welcome. Good to see you. How's that pumpkin pie coming along? Yeah, having long hair doesn't hurt my head unless I sit on it. Then sometimes, or lay on it. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, I'll roll over on top of it and pull my own hair, which is always not fun. but you would get a really sore neck, I think. Hey, Caitlin. Yeah, exactly. If I was her, I'd just chop it off and hang it out the window and leave it there. Just, build a ladder with it, throw it out the window and leave it there. I guess she has a strong head, though. She got used to her mother crawling up her hair, so, yeah. A strange story. All right. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. You end up with having a busy day and all plans of starting something get put along the wayside. I know how that is. Tomorrow's video is going to be a bit later because I have a doctor's appointment with my youngest son halfway through the day. So I will be at the doctor's for a while, learning how to do a sleep study at home. We're going to see if my son actually needs his CPAP machine anymore, so because he hates using it, and if you're not going to use it, then there's no point in having it. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I've donated my hair before. I haven't ever sold it, but I had one guy ask me to sell him my hair, but it was kind of a creepy situation, so I was like, yeah, no. I think we'll just leave it on my head, thanks. Trying to make sure I keep that paper behind there so I don't end up messing up the other page. Yeah, exactly. It just creeped me out. It was like, yeah, no, mm-mm. That is true. That's just creepy. Like, why would you want me to cut my daughter's hair? And yeah, that's just creepy. Creeper. What do you want to do with my child's hair? That's true, Donna. Yeah. Yeah, mine grows really fast and really thick, so far I haven't had any problem. It is thinning out a little bit though. I notice it when I brush it, it's not as thick feeling as it used to be. We're almost done with the second color. Of course, trying to do multiple colors on this paper sometimes is a little bit more difficult, especially in small areas, but we will do it because we will achieve. Okay, I think that's it for this color. Now we're going to go in with a dark brown. Exactly. If I could trade my hair for pencils. Oh, yeah, no, I don't need to go there. Don't even get me thinking. I'd have to redo my house insurance to include my hair. Now I'm just going into the really dark areas with this darker brown. Yes, I've already ordered them. Well, some of them. I don't know about all of them, but I have ordered some. I am intrigued by the Castle Art oil-based ones, but I don't know if they're just really expensive. And when I first bought my Castle Arts, they were like $10.99 for the 120 set. So spending $90 on the Castle Arts has me sitting back on my heels a little. But I did receive notification from Amazon today that by the time I do my All Things Thursday tomorrow, I should have a set of pencils in. But every year at around Christmas time, a lot of different pencil sets come out, so. I put my Caran d'Ache and Derwent purchases on hold for a little bit, but I'll get those too. And the Koh-i-Noor, I'll be getting those ones too. And then I think I will have pretty much every kind of pencil I could possibly think of. Yeah, the pastel ones I have no interest in. Same with the metallic ones, no interested in those. Um, I have the pastelos. I have the Indra. I have the Marco. I have the um, Holbeins. I've got so many different pastel sets. I don't need any more. But they have a new 120 set that's coming out. It's the same colors as their wax based set, but it's an oil based set. So it's the same colors and that sort of thing. They're just oil based pencils instead of wax based, which means that they have more oil in their formulation than wax, where with a wax base it has more wax than oil in the formulation. So I am a little bit intrigued by those. I don't know if I can deal with the price. Their price is a little too high. You know, unless they prove a good light fast rating and that they're not water soluble like the wax ones are. You know, and a good compromise to an artist grade pencil, then I think their pricing is a little off. But that's just me. Yeah, they're on their website if you go to the castlearts.com. They're not in stock yet, but they're $90 for a 120 set. I will. I'll buy it. I'll trade you. You can have my thick, long, dark brown muck hair. Although when the sun shines on it, it is really pretty because I have really um, different color highlights all the way through my hair. So it's reds and browns and blondes all the way through my hair. I'll trade you for a little while until the brown starts growing back out. I'll send you my hair. There are some days I really wish for thin hair. And then there's other days I sit there going, but my hair is thinning. Exactly. Exactly, Yvonne. Yeah, the Castle Arts 120 has been on sale for, well, pretty much the whole time that they've been doing the Black Friday deals. They're on for 25% off on the ones with the case. They used to be 40% off on the regular ones, but I don't know if they went into a higher amount today for the lightning deal or not. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing that Starjoy did and replace their wax-based with this new oil-based one, or, you know, like the Starjoy did with their gold set, replace the other ones and remove them completely from Amazon. So I don't know if Castle Arts is going to do the same thing. I think that would be silly, but all right, so I think we've got her hair done. Amazingly. Just making sure I've got all the darker strand areas done up here. All right, so I think we've got hair done. Maybe. And of course my camera looks really blurry. Let's see if we can fix that. Yeah, exactly. They'd be better off offering both. Alright, let's see if we can get this to focus a little better. There, that's a little better. We're showing a little bit too bright. It's because I have the light on in the living room, so. Alright, that's better. Okay, so now we're going to do her skin. So let's grab some skin tones. Just looking for I think this one will work the best for it. Alright, so I'm going in with a little bit of light purple on the edges in the shadows of her face. No, these ones are the You Buy. I'll be using the Xena color on the Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner, turkey dinner, gobble gobble, here in just a bit. But these ones are the You Buy because they're the featured pencil of the week. The Xena color I'm using because they're the pencil I started that picture with. And I have this thing, I just can't mix pencils. I'm horrible. I have all these pencils and I only color with one set on a picture. Alright, so I've got all of her shadowed areas done up, I think. Just going to bring that in a little bit. Now with her skin area being so small, oh no, that's perfectly fine. We're going to just do the whole face in this one skin color because there's just not enough room there for multiple. I have a question for you all. Has anybody ever received a package in your own name that you didn't order from Amazon? I received 2 packages yesterday, And they're not coloring related, so I can't see anyone from the community sending them to me as Happy Mail. And they're very strange packages. One is a set of fairy lights, and one is a bottle of pepper spray and index cards. And I didn't order any of them. And my husband didn't order any of them. And I contacted Amazon today about them to let them know that I received these, and I didn't order them. And they're not on my order list, so where'd they come from? And all they said was, oh, well, you just keep those, and if the person that ordered them, calls in, says that they're missing, we'll just send them out new ones. Yes, you buy, not me buy. But if you buy, they will send a set of pencils to a less fortunate child, which is awesome. I just think that's just so cool of them. Any of the supplies, you buy one and they will send one, which is cool. Yeah, it was very strange. Yeah, I just can't see how. How can they mistakenly put my name on an order if I didn't have an order coming? It's just weird. Weird, weird, weird. Alright, so we're going to do her dress, and we're going to do it with a little bit of tealy colors, I think. I think we're going to use this one, and then we'll go over it with a little bit of gel pen for the swirly bits. So I'm not going to even worry about going over them with this color, because I'm going to color them with gel pen. So I'm just going to press a little bit harder with this so that it stands out against the gel pen, and go over the little bits with silvery gel pen. No, because then it would show on my order history, and it's not on my order history anywhere, or my husband's. But it would show, if it was done through Alexa, through the Alexa app, it would show on my husband's order history, and it's not. So it's just a little weird. And then we're going to just take a little bit of a darker color here. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, Deb, too, is that they made some sort of weird mistake at the warehouse. Maybe somebody was thinking of me. I don't know. I have a friend that works at Amazon. Maybe she was thinking of me when she was filling out orders. I don't know. I asked her and she said that she didn't, but because it was fulfilled in the Amazon facility here in Salem, so. Alright. So we've got that dark in there as well. And now we're going to take silver gel pen. I want a sparkly one. What a sparkly one. So I've got my flash pen, which is one of the diamond ones. And it's got a really, really fine nib on it. So I'm just going to follow all of the bits. And I probably should have waited to do that, but oh well, too late now. Maybe. It's very possible. They could have chose something different that wouldn't make me go, "What the heck?" And there was no receipts or anything in it either, so it was not something that I could say, okay, well, this is where this came from. It was like just nothing. Hi, Bob. How are you, love? Are you on your way home? All right, so now we're going to put this purple away. And we're going to do his sleeve here. Now his jacket, let's just put our fingers in the wet gel pen. Yeah, that's smart. Amazon gifts from heaven. Yeah. Pepper spray. So his outfit is usually white with gold. So I'm going to grab this gray just so I can give it some shadows. Dear, if you want, can you text Gordon and maybe find out what he would like done for dinner, since it is his birthday? Or do you want to wait until you get home to do that? That's funny, Jennifer. And possible. Yeah, it was just odd. It was like, okay, so I don't see anybody from my coloring community sending these things to me. The fairy lights I could have believed came from Bob, but you know, the pepper spray and the index cards were the ones that had me extremely perplexed. And I have missed her other hand there. So let's get that colored in before we forget it and end up coloring it white or something. Thank you. Oh dear. Yeah, no, it's not here. I don't think. So nobody send Aspie pepper spray. We would hate for Aspie to get arrested for anything. And then we're going to go in with the white. And we're going to fill that in. Like so. Then we're going to grab a golden color, and we're going to do his cuffs on his sleeve, and here around the embellishments on his collar and his coat of arms here, which will do the dark parts with this brown gold. Then we'll take a bit of yellow and put some yellow under it just to make it stand out a little better. Alright, and then let's see. We're going to put some gold sparkles on him. Around the edges. So, actually I think I'm going to put some gold sparkles intermittently in the tassels as well. And then we'll take a little bit of yellow. I've got this one here, this one here. And we're just going to add a bit of yellow to this gold just to make it stand out a little better. And then we're going to put the gray back. We'll need it again here in a bit, but first let's do his skin. So we need this purple again. We're going to do all the shadowy areas. And once again, it's this very, very small area. So I'm not going to do more than the shadow color and then the main color. And we're going to go a little bit deeper color than her. So this one's a little bit more of a peachy tone, a little bit deeper peach tone. You have to be careful when blending the lighter colors in, because sometimes it will pick up that black ink and smear it around, which it's kind of doing with this. Don't like the way it's smearing. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that later. Okay, and I wanted to take some of that gold, so let's grab that yellow again down his jacket here as well. Hi, Ronnie. Welcome, welcome. Well, I'm so glad that you finally sat down to join the party. Just in time to finish up the hug. Okay, so we've got the gold in there. So we've just got his hair to do. And then we'll be moving on to the turquedina. Now, by the looks of it, he is also a blonde. So let's start with this one. Yeah, start with this one. His hair, however, is a lot quicker and a lot easier to do. Thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate that. And then we're going to grab a little bit darker. And we're just going to flick in those lines that the artist has given us. Like so. All right, so there we have our Rapunzel and her prince. I'll switch you over to the main screen here. And there we have our Rapunzel and her Prince Charming. And I'll have to fix his skin because it's picked up too much of the black off of the ink from the page. So I'll probably go over it gently with an eraser and fix it. Way to go! So that is our hug of the day. And of course today is the November 17th. 2021, and this is hug number 90. I'm going to check just to make sure, but I do believe, yes, it is hug number 90. And there we have it. There is our hug of the day. I think it turned out pretty good. Tomorrow's hug, oh, I love this one. Tomorrow's hug is going to be the lizard and log. It's so cute. So we will do that tomorrow. All right. So Wicca just got home just in time to continue on with turkey dinner. All right. So I finished up the wall and the garland. Yeah, she has mega hair. So as you all know, we have an event going on in our Facebook group. For all of you that are already in the Facebook group, you already know about it. For anyone that isn't in the Facebook group, every month we have a different event, and this month's event was Thanksgiving potluck, coloring potluck. So you were to color anything that you would take to a Thanksgiving dinner or to a potluck dinner. So I am coloring the turkey and some wine, well, some champagne, and a cake. Of course, this is a Christmas picture, so it's got some Christmas elements to it, but that's okay. I couldn't find a full turkey anywhere. That wasn't quite ready to go in the oven. I don't want to bring a live turkey to Thanksgiving dinner. So I have colored the elements a little bit more fallish, I guess would say, instead of doing the different reds and greens and whatnot. I guess I did do some reds and greens, didn't I? Well, it is supposed to be fall, not Christmas, but that's okay. It all works. So we've got a cake, and we've got a napkin, and some plates, and some little trees, and the fireplace, and the table left to do. It is a bit of a busy picture, but I'm getting through it. I have been doing this on Tips and Tricks Tuesday, so that I can show people how I do these things. Of course, I am not an expert whatsoever, and sometimes the way I do things is definitely not the same way anybody else would want to do them. So just throwing that out there. And we will be using the Xena colored pencils for this because it is where I started with the bird. So what should we color first? Do you want to color the plate, the napkins, the fireplace, the cake, the table? What do you want to color first? While you decide that, I'm going to readjust myself because I can't sit like this for too long. My legs fall asleep. And take a sip of my coffee. Oh, goodness. The fireplace. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to switch you back over to the close-up camera, and I'm going to zoom it out a little bit so you can actually see the full fireplace. There you go. And we're going to start up here. Just got to make sure I grab the right pencils here. So this part here, I assume is wood, so I will color that as wood. This part here is all mortar, so I'm going in with light gray. because these are river stones, there's going to be some grays and some creams and that sort of color in it. Now there is no fire burning in the fireplace, so I'm not quite sure if I want to put some sort of light source down here. It's like, what is the point of a fireplace if you're not going to burn a fire in it? I will be doing the back bricks as if there was a fire in there at one point with the soot and all that fun stuff, but I am not able to color fire without it actually being drawn. I have to watch Monya's fire video again and again and again and again and again. She just does such a wonderful job, and I always end up getting so enthralled and so mesmerized by it that I forget that I'm trying to learn how to do this. And I just don't end up learning it because it's like, you know, a moth to a flame, you know. You just get mesmerized by it and end up staring. So I'm just going over it one more time, just getting it a little bit darker. Don't want it too dark because I still have a darker gray to go in to put around those stones for the shadows. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, because yeah, I watch her color and it's like, wow. It's like a wide-eyed child seeing things for the first time. It's like, holy crow. I want to learn how to do that, but I can't take my eyes off of you long enough to try it. I just love watching her videos. Alright, now we're going to go in with a darker gray. She is absolutely amazing. Monya Gates. Do you believe exclamation point Monya? Thank you very much, Wicca. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much for joining us. But if you do exclamation point Monya, I do believe it will, it might be exclamation point Monya Gates, but it should give you her YouTube address. Yeah, she is amazing. And she's such a sweet lady too. So I'm just going around all of the stones and may even not be on screen. Sorry, guys. No problem at all. Okay, so that's her Etsy shop. So you might have to just look it up on YouTube. She is an artist and her work is just awesome. Thought I had her YouTube up there too, but I may not have. And I'm just going around each of these stones, just giving it some depth. So of course the mortar is down further than the stones are. The stones are sticking out a little bit from the mortar, so we're putting that shadow in there for those stones. Thank you all. You're also helpful. Okay. Now for the stones themselves, we're going to take a dark gray, a medium gray, and we're just going to very lightly color in areas on them with the gray. And then we're going to put some cream colors and brown colors in them as well. Because river stones, although some of them are gray, most of them have some sort of fleck in them, some sort of different tone, different color. And I want these to be river stones. Because what else would you use on a fireplace so that you don't end up with just gray? Right? Yes, Color My Dreams by Monya Gates is the person we're talking about. Alrighty. So I'm going to start with a little bit of light khaki, which is a bit of a light toned yellow. And I'm just putting it randomly on the stones. And then we're going to take this one here, which is chrome yellow, and it's got a little bit more brown in it, a little bit more orange. And once again, just going to put little bits of it. And randomly. Well, as randomly as I can put it. Sometimes I have difficulty with random. And hubby just got home. Alright. A little bit darker there. Okay, and then we're going to take the lightest gray. Oh, I missed a stone there. Let's put a little bit in that one. What color is this? No, that's goldenrod. We don't want goldenrod. I missed a stone. I need to put a little bit more in that one. There we go. And then I'm going to go over it with the light gray, right over top of those yellows, and blending them in. With that gray. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. And once you go over that yellow, because the yellow is a brighter tone, it blends into it, but it still stands out and gives that rock a little bit more character. Gives it some happy little rocks. A friend of mine, well, a friend of my husband's, when he first started watching my channel, he decided that I am the female Bob Ross of the coloring world. As far as he was concerned, it was like, oh, that's so sweet. Another friend used to watch the channel so that she could go to sleep because my voice is, she said, really, really relaxing. And she had a lot of difficulties falling asleep, so she would watch my channel and just listen to my voice, and it would put her to sleep, which is really cool. I thought that was so awesome. I'm helping not only in the coloring world, but in the sleeping world too. Hi, Alex. Hi, Blue. No, that's Ronnie. I already said Ronnie. I was looking for Blue. Another one of my members, one of my subscribers, his name is Blue, and he's just the sweetest guy. I was hoping he would come to the stream because on Collection Mania Monday, with it being the last set of colored pencils in the collection that I needed to show y'all, he was a little bit saddened by that. It's like, I'm not going nowhere. It's not the last video. It's just the last pencil set. And of course, there's always more coming in. And that's why we're going to do a featured pencil for the weeks coming up. Oh my goodness, no, no, we don't need dancing chickens. No, no, no. Although that might be funny if I could actually see it. But then how would I undo it? No, I refuse to make you all dancing chickens. It's okay. Although it would be funny. It would be comical. But then I'd have to be able to see it for it to be worth it. I need this one and this one. And this one. Okay. So I've got some red-brown colors here, and we're going to do the bricks on the lower part of the fireplace here in some red red tones, and then with some gray over top of that. Awesome, Alex! Dancing turkeys, gobble, gobble, gobble. So I'm just going to put in just a little bit of that light brown here. This is the lightest color that we're going to use for them, other than the gray. And we're just going to go over top of the colors that we're putting down. These back ones are going to be bricks, brick colors. These big ones in the front here will do with the brick tones. So I just gotta find where it's ending here. So the archway ends there. Sometimes you just gotta pay attention to the lines, and sometimes their lines are off. So these ones here, where we're going into stone type structure, we will be adding the gray tone to it. So I'm not going to put in as much of the light brown into those. I'm just going to go around the edges of it a little bit, just to show where those are. Because we're going to be working into the center with some gray. There's my blue. How are you, Blue? Welcome, welcome. Don't be sad. It is not the end of Collection Mania Monday or the channel. I'm not going anywhere. I will be doing features, and I will be doing other parts of the collections. So there will be colored pencils. I promise. I would miss you too much. You're all stuck with me forever and ever and ever. Your ears must have been ringing because we were talking about you. Exactly, Blue. Exactly. Okay, so now we're going to go in with some chocolate, which has got a good red tone to it. So have you looked into the new sets that are coming out, Blue? Which ones did you buy? Or are you waiting? Because you know I'm getting them because I have to tell you all how they are. Hi, Lisa. Lurk away, lurk away. What you coloring? Because it is Work in Progress Wednesday. What's everybody working on? I am working on food, of course. These glasses, if you watch my Tips and Tricks Tuesday, I did the glasses. Ooh, Vintage Classics. I love that book. That's an awesome book. Actually, I enjoy all of Tatiana's work. There are a few things that she did earlier that I'm not overly fond of, but the Vintage Classics are definitely one of my favorites. Ah, well, I have the Pablos. I have the Nione. The Niones are nice. I don't have the Albrecht door, and we'll see about the Starjoy. And of course, I have some luminance, but not all of them. The luminance are on my radar big time. The luminance and the Derwent Lightfast, because I have some of those and they're fabulous, but I don't have all of them. Oh, nice, Lisa. Yeah. I like my Pablos. The Pablos are nice. I think I'm going to come back in with that light tone and just bring it out a little bit more. I wanted to do these bricks gray, but I don't think it would look right to do them all gray up against that brick tone of the background there of these ones. So I'm going to do them brick tone with a bit of gray in them. Maybe a little bit of cream. I changed my mind. So I'll come back through with that lighter tone and I'll fill it in a little bit more. The Niones are a little bit better than the Deli. The Delis are really nice, but the Niones are really nice. If you have a Mark Art available to you, they are pretty much the Niones, just in a cheaper price range. I I have compared them to my Naonis and they match perfectly, number to number and color to color. So but yeah, the delis are awesome for that. I don't find the Starjoys have the same quality, but I don't know about the gold edition, and I won't find out until I get them. So, and I will compare the gold edition to the other ones because I do have both. Well, I do have the other ones. I have the regular Starjoy. Alright, and now we're going to go in, because I went back through with the bronze, which was number 107. It's the lightest color that I used. Now I'm going in with the darkest color I'm going to use, and then I'm going to go over it with some gray. Yeah, what book is it, Yvonne? Hi, Ashley! While you're baking bread, can you finish my kid's cake for me? It's already out of the oven. It's just got to be decorated. Just going in with this deeper red tone. Around the edges and into those darker shadow lines there. Movement lines of the brick. And down the insides, which are going to be darker. Ooh. Yeah, can you make it gluten-free and taste good? If you do, can you tell me the recipes? I can do dressing. As my husband says, gluten makes things taste good. Exactly. Cheers to all us lurkers. I'm constantly lurking lately. Try to be in the streams, and it's just so busy lately. I find if I don't lurk, I'm gonna end up not doing something that I'm supposed to be doing, like the housework, cooking dinner, things like that. I have no self-control. Okay. Well, if it ever happens, let me know. Now it has to be gluten free and sugar free, so good luck with that. I have learned that yeast does not like um, honey or stevia as a sugar substitute when it comes to bread. Nice. Do you make your own cranberry sauce? I have a really good cranberry sauce that's sugar free. It uses honey instead of sugar, and you don't put water in it. Just the cranberries and some honey in a shallow pan, and you cook it until the cranberries pop, and until it's thick enough that you can slide a spatula through it, and it takes a little while for it to come back all together. Then you let it cool off, and it's a nice jelly. That's how I make blueberry jam too. Okay, so I think we're done with the red tones for these bricks now. I'm going to keep those out to do the inside bricks, but now we're going to take some chrome yellow, and we're just going to put a little bit of this yellow tone on it, catching the light from the room. Like that. And then we're going to go back over it with the lighter tone, the bronze, and just fill it in a little. I was going to put a little bit of gray in it, but I don't think I'm going to. I think they look perfectly fine without the gray. Might put some, well, I'm going to put some gray and soot colors on the inside. I might put a little bit around the edges of these outer ones. But I think for the majority of them, I'm just going to do them in the brick tones. Yeah. I can't use maple syrup um, or agave, so doing it with honey, with clover honey, was the only actual way that I could do it that wouldn't upset my stomach. So now I'm just going in with a little bit of khaki in some of the darker areas here, like that. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when we're coloring food. We end up talking food. Yeah, I'm going to do I do a bread dressing for my husband. My kids don't like dressing. So I do a bread dressing for him, and I think this year I'm going to try a um, almond dressing, almond and rice dressing for myself. So we'll see how it turns out. Hi there, Viking. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's really simple, Ronnie. It's like on the back of every bag of cranberries is a recipe for cranberry sauce. And basically what you do is you substitute the amount of sugar um, and put in honey instead of the sugar, and then cut the water portion. Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah. Cut the water portion of it to almost nothing. You can add a little bit of water if it seems to be getting too thick. Hey there, monkey. Thank you. So you just add a little bit of water if it seems to be getting too thick, and that way you don't have to use sugar. And the because the honey has a bit of quite a bit of liquid in it. There's a lot of moisture in it, so you don't need to use as much water. Otherwise, you end up with a runny cranberry sauce. But cranberries have their own type of pectin in them, so they don't need a thickener. Same with blueberries. Blueberries have their own pectin. Blueberries, raspberries, cranberries. The only ones that really don't are strawberries. Ooh, nice. Well, go off and do that. Don't drool on your keyboard. So I'm just going through and blending that all in with my Caran d'Ache blender stick, making it all smooth. I'm not going all the way to the edge of these ones here because I want to add a little bit of gray to that as I go through the center area. I can't believe I've colored for an hour almost on the fireplace. You brought friends. You always bring friends. I almost thought maybe Viking and Jordan just missed me. I thought maybe they just missed hearing my voice. I'm a comedian today. 3D Musketeers, hello and welcome. That would be a Grant. Ooh. Hi, Grant. Hey, Val. I am sorry if I missed you out there. Okay, so on the inside bricks, we're going to start with the grays for the inside bricks. We're going to go really dark with those. So I'm going to throw the pencils on the floor just for the fun of it. Oh, okay. So I should have not said hello? Just to torture Jordan? So I'm going to take this medium gray and we're going to color everything. I'm just going to blanket color it because we're going to put a lot of soot on the majority of these bricks on the inside of the fireplace. Because even though there's not a fire in there now, at some point there was. Awesome. Well, welcome, Val. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with, that was dark gray. Now I'm going to go in with dim gray. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to actually extend some of that dim gray up onto the bottoms of these bricks in the front here. Just making it look like the soot has come out of the chimney a little bit here. And then we're just going to go around the edges, putting in those shadows, making sure that we go into the darker areas and the movement of the brick. So everywhere that you see a line that breaks up the brick a little bit, make that a little bit darker. Like so. So Jordan, I hear you have a birthday coming up. Is that on Saturday? Are you going to have a birthday stream so I can hang out and wish you a happy birthday? Actually, you can hang out with me on my stream on Saturday and I'll sing you happy birthday. I'll never see Jordan in another stream again. Or did I miss it? I may have missed your birthday. I'm sorry if I did. He's already run away. Welcome back, Wicca. And never, never be sorry. If you have a phone call, take your phone call. I will still be here at some point when you get back. And if I'm not, you can always watch it over again. Oh, I've seen you hobble. I'm quite sure you could run if you needed to. I'm just going to put in some black here, making that edge a little bit darker for that shadow on this side. Hi, Sarah. Monkey, is it your birthday on Saturday? That is, you are who I was talking to, and you ignored me, so I assumed you were gone. But now I just know you were just ignoring me. So rude. Yes, Saturday. Okay. Well, then I will sing you happy birthday on my stream on Saturday, whether you are here or not. The train is saying hello, everyone. Now these bricks down here at the bottom, I'm going in with the black a little bit deeper in the area that the soot would be sitting from the fire. And then we'll take a bit of an eraser to it and calm it down a little bit. It's not even if I'm running, you better follow. If I'm running, you better be running faster than me because there's something chasing me that's going to eat me. And if I can outrun you, I will. Not that I could, but I would definitely give it a good old try. All right, now we're going to take some white. Actually, we're going to take a little bit of this red tone here into a couple of these bricks up here at the top first, just to make them look like they were at one point, or are underneath all the soot, the brick color. Like so. Alright, now we're going to actually blend it with white instead of the blender pencil because I want to tone it down just a touch. So blending it with the white adds that white color to it, even though the white in most colored pencil sets is not very white. It's not going to show up on top of black or anything else like that very well, but they do work very well with dampening the color and toning that color down a bit. And it works really good to blend them too. It's always good to blend with the same pencils you're using. It makes a good soft blend. Yeah, the arthritis in my knees doesn't let me run very well anymore. Heck, some days it doesn't let me walk very well anymore. One of these days I gotta get to the doctor and get that checked, but that means peopling. And we all know how I feel about peopling. Alright, so we have a small area here in the grate. So I'm just going to take this black and I'm just going to go in between the bars of the grate here. And then we'll hopefully have enough room to add some silver. Or even the black would probably work, because this is gray, so the black would stand out okay. So let's do it in the black because it's probably a wrought iron grate. So I'm going to turn the page just a little bit here so that I can get a good straight heavy line. Sharpen my pencil so that I can get into those curly cues. That's awesome, Donna. My theory on that is I don't have to run fast. I just have to run faster than you. As long as I can run faster than another person, then whatever is chasing me is going to stop chasing me and go after them. Fix that with a little bit of lighter gray, almost silver color. Just lighten up that gray in there a little bit. Like so. All right. So there is that part all done. Now we're going to do the mantle. And we're going to start with camel. Yeah, paint sucks. And I think camel's too dark. I think it was... I'm just trying to find the right brown that I used. May have been khaki. Yeah, it was khaki. So I'm going through with the khaki. I'm doing it very, very loosely. And I'll go over it again once I put in the darker browns for the wood. Okay, now we're going to go in with camel. we're just gonna put in those wood tones. Basically putting in the lines, following the lines down the wood with the darker color. Wood is fairly simple to do unless it's a really raw wood that doesn't have any sort of movement or lines showing on it. Like if it's a very plain piece of wood and you want it to have that line, it makes it a little bit more difficult to put those lines in if you don't have something to follow. So the fact that the artist that did this picture put those lines in is quite helpful. Sometimes they don't because they want it painted, or you know, they're just doing a very basic line art, which can be a bit of a pain in the butt. So I'm glad that they put them in. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of saddle brown. Into the shadowy Alright, and then we're going to go back over it with the khaki and blend it all in. Now, the Coloring Book Cafe's paper isn't all that great, so it doesn't, believe it or not, it holds less layers, this does anyway, than the coloring book or the hug book that I was coloring earlier. So be careful when you're coloring, if you're coloring on the page of the book, because it doesn't hold as many layers as you would think it should. And I have lost my sharpener. Ah, there it is. Found it. I have a special sharpener that Bob gave me that works fantastic for my shorty pencils. And my blender pencil, because it's a shorty now. So I'm just going to take the blender pencil and blend that all in. And then we should be finished with the fireplace. Like so. And then I'm going to take the lovely brush and just dust that all off. And there we have the fireplace all done up. Good night, Yvonne. Go to sleep and enjoy your rest. And Blue, if you're still here, go to bed too. This sharpener is called a Blackwing. If you can see that. And it works great for shorties. The rest of the time I use my crank sharpener, but this one here works really good and gives a good long point. Alright guys, so I have been coloring for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Did you want to continue on this, or did you want to see if Ray Colors is streaming? Because usually she's streaming right after me. Yeah, it's a really good sharpener. And it's kind of cool because you're not going to end up dropping everything on yourself, because you have to actually unscrew it and pop that out in order to get to the stuff like I just did. Don't do it over top of your page, and but you're not going to do that. You're not going to end up opening that or doing that when you are coloring. I gotta dump this off my page. The good thing is just blender stick, but yeah. There, see? Nothing happened. You saw nothing. Good night, Wicca. Oh, okay. Thank you, Aspie. I did not know that. I did not know that. I know she said something about the exams, but I thought they were over already, but I misunderstood. So if Rhea's not streaming, I can continue on for a little bit longer, or I can continue this and finish it up. Is there any spots that you actually want to see done that I haven't done already? Because I know some people asked for the glasses, asked for the bottles, and I did those on Tips and Tricks Tuesdays. Yeah, absolutely, Val. What happened? Nothing happened. You saw nothing. Nothing at all. There was no happenings. So if you want to see how these were done, they were done on this last Tuesday's video for Tips and Tricks. If you want to see how this bottle was done, it was also done on a Tips and Tricks Tuesday from the Tuesday before. Same with the turkey, also done on a Tips and Tricks Tuesday. The rest have been on Work in Progress Wednesdays. So what do you want to see colored next? You know, I think the little trees, we can figure that one out. The wood table is pretty much the same process as you would do that I did up here on the mantle. So I would color where all the lines are in the darkest color, go over it with a light color, that sort of thing. The napkin. Okay. Good night, Donna. And thank you so much for joining us in your very first ever live chat. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'll do the napkin and then we'll call it a night. So I'm going to start off with dark gray. I'm going to sharpen this up. And I'm going to turn it here just a little bit so I can get a good direction on it, so I'm not turning my arm sideways and actually blocking what you can see. So I'm just going down the edges and into those lines with the darker color. And I'm only going to use this dark color in this area here because it's got a shadow from the bottle, and this area under here where it's folded. So this area here I'm going to use a lighter gray. Because the light is hitting that area a little bit more. So where we've got the heavier folds, we're going to be adding the darker gray color to it. Now the edge of the napkin has a different coloring than the rest of the napkin, so I'm going to do the entire napkin white with the gray shadows, and then this edge of the napkin I will do in a different color. Just a little bit here under the napkin ring, and then down here where it's folded. Try not to go too deep into those other colors there. And then we're going to take our lightest gray, which is light gray, of course, and we're going to follow these lines, and we're going to bring that color out for those folds. And these are a lighter fold, and the light from the room is hitting them a little bit more than these ones here that are underneath the folds, if that makes sense. All right, and that isn't napkin, that is plate for the cake. Okay, just making sure I have where I'm at here. All right, now we're going to take our white and sharpen it. Yeah, this is a cake. I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna sneeze. And then we're gonna go over it with the white. And we're gonna blend with the white. And dull down that dark color a little bit. Bringing that gray out. Now if you don't want it that darkly shadowed, use a lighter gray. If you find it too dark, just take an eraser to it, or take a like a Prisma white or something that's going to show a lot more white. Sorry if I'm spinning the page. I don't want to make anybody sick, but gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm going to do the edges, just deciding what color to do the edges. Should I do them red like the ribbons on the glasses? What do you guys think? Should I do them red like on the glasses, or should I do them a different color? I think red. Unless you guys think different, and then I'll think about it. So on the glasses I used rose red, cardinal red, just trying to find the rose red here, and dark red. That's sienna. There's rose. So I used rose red, dark red, and cardinal red. Now I'm probably not going to need them all, but we're going to start off with the lightest color, which is the rose red. Making sure that we follow that line. Now this part here goes under that plate, and that part is hidden by the plate. Okay, and then we're going to take the cardinal red, which is the next deepest, and we're going to come in here and color up those darker areas where that shadow is going to be. And then the deepest part of the shadows, we're going to add some more color, dark color. So. And then we're going to come in with the dark red. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to go back over it with the rose red and just fill that in a little bit. And now we're going to dust that off. And we're going to fill in this area here and drag that gray in a little bit more. Make sure that, try not to take your red into it. Now, in order to get the whiter areas, the light areas like I have here and here on the ribbon, we're going to do the same thing on here with those areas. So just the areas that the light is going to be hitting a little bit more. Like that. And there we have our ribbon around our napkin done. Now we're going to do the napkin ring, and we're going to use champagne yellow as our base color. And then we're going to take a little bit of, no, I need chocolate. Where are you? Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I just had it. Where did I put it? There it is. Then we're going to take a bit of chocolate, and we're just going to do a little bit on these edges here. And then we're going to take a little tiny bit of saddle brown. And add that as well. Like that. And then we're going to blend it all in. With that yellow. And if you don't feel it's quite gold enough or has a little bit of that gray gold color, just take your gold and just go over your brown areas like that. And there we have our napkin. So I'm going to switch you over to the main camera so you can see better. And there we have it. So we've got the cake, the plates, the little trees, and the table still to do. I think I'll do the little trees and the table off camera, and then next Tips and Tricks Tuesday I'll do the cake and the plates, and then we'll be all done. Or, you know, we can work on it on Saturday, but we are also working on the gnomes pantries. So I got so many works in progress going on. So many color alongs. So if you're coloring with me for the Gnome's Pantry, this one here, this is a Fabrica Fantasy, and we will be coloring on it on Saturday. I will try my best to get as much of this done as possible. Is there anything that you don't want me to color off camera? So I know that Emily does a lot of cakes and she does beautifully on cakes and, that sort of thing. Is there anything that you want to see how I do it off camera or on camera, I mean? So if you don't have anything in particular that you want to see done, I can go through and finish it off. All right, Alex, have a great night, and of course, have a wonderful rest of your week at work. And thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate it. So if nobody has anything that they want to see done, I will just finish it all off camera and post it on the community page. Of course, I'll be posting it in Facebook for our coloring events album as well. All right, guys. If you do find that there's something that you want to see colored on this within the next day or two, leave me a comment in the comment section below the video, and I will make a quick video while I'm coloring that area. Wonderful. All right, guys. Otherwise, I want to, of course, remind you all to like, comment, and subscribe. That's the best way to help any YouTuber with their videos, and the best way to show your support. Of course, if you want to join me on and assist the channel financially, just hit the join button below the video here. It will take you to my memberships, and it will explain each tier of the membership and all the perks that come with it. So if you want to join me and support the channel financially, you can definitely do that. If you want to join me over on Facebook, of course, definitely hit that Facebook link that's in the About section below, and fill out the application. We'll get you in there as quickly as possible. Other than that, guys, thank you all very much for your support, for hanging out with me and chatting with me tonight. I appreciate it. And of course, I will see you again tomorrow for an All Things Thursday. And I've got a few things coming in, so it should be a fun day. All right, guys, until then, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Thank you all so much for joining me. Until next time, bye-bye for now.